Let me set the stage for you. Bright lights. Big Ten tournament. One team clawing its way back from near extinction. The other riding a streak like a runaway freight train. Indiana, Oregon. No room for fear. No room for mistakes. Indiana walked into this season like a street brawler who didn't know when to quit. Started 13-3, hot as a brand new pistol. Then, boom, 8 losses in 10 games. The air got thin. Doubts started creeping in like shadows in a back alley. But just when you thought they were down for the count, they ripped off 4 wins in their last 5. Last game, down at half. Stormed back, took down Ohio State 66-60. You can say they got heart, but heart don't always get you paid. Now, Oregon. Oh. Oregon ain't interested in sob stories. They're cold, calculating, and playing like a crew that smelled blood and got addicted to the taste. They started 15-2, then fell apart like a bad alibi, 6 losses in 7 games. Just when the haters started writing them off, they flipped the switch, 7 straight wins. Last one, Washington dragged them to overtime, and Oregon slammed the door in their face, 80-73. That's a team that knows how to survive. Oh, and by the way, these two already threw hands once this season. Oregon won 73-64. I repeat, Oregon already beat Indiana. Now, let's break this down like a crime scene. Indiana rolls in ranked 44th in Ken Pom. Offense, 63rd in efficiency, respectable, not spectacular. Defense, 42nd, solid, but not airtight. Ball movement, 46th in assists per game. Assist to turnover ratio, 61st, they take care of business, mostly. Their enforcer, Umar Ballo, 13.2 points, 9.1 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 1.3 blocks. Big man presence, shot disruptor, rebound monster, not afraid to mix it up in the paint. Supporting cast, Malik Reno, 13.1 points, 5.6 rebounds, 2 assists. Trey Galloway, 8.5 points, 4.5 assists, 2.3 rebounds. Miles Rice, 10.4 points, 2.8 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1 steal per game. Decent depth, but no outright killers. Now, let's flip the script to Oregon, 31st in Ken Pom. Offense, 35th in efficiency, better than Indiana. Defense, 37th, again, better than Indiana. Scoring, 79th in points per game, more firepower. Shooting efficiency, 89th, cleaner looks, better execution. And let's talk about that free throw line. Oregon is 50th in the nation in free throw percentage. Translation, they close out games like professionals. No freebies. And the man running the show, Nate Bittle, 14.1 points, 7.3 rebounds, 2.2 blocks, 1.8 assists. Shot blocker, shot maker, big game DNA. The backcourt is stacked like a Vegas blackjack table. And now, the moment of truth. And today's AI pick is Oregon minus 2.5, minus 104. Why? Better efficiency, better defense, cleaner execution. Already beat Indiana once. 7-game win streak rolling like a tank through a sandstorm. Indiana's a fighter, no doubt. But in a fight, the smart money goes with the guy who already won round 1, and that's Oregon. This is just game 1. We've got 3 more bangers coming your way. Next up, game 2. Let's roll.
Alright. Who's ready for a good old-fashioned beatdown? Because that's what we're looking at. Duke, Georgia Tech, ACC tournament. And this ain't just some scrappy little conference showdown, this is a bloodline check. Duke walks in 28-3, no. 1 in the nation, and favored by 22.5 points. That's not a spread, that's a declaration. That's Vegas telling you, hey, this one might be over before halftime. And you know what? They might not be wrong. Let's talk facts. Duke has been steamrolling the competition all season. They didn't just win the ACC regular season title, they owned it. First outright championship under John Shire, and now, they're looking to sweep the tournament. They already buried Georgia Tech once this season, 82-56. On the road, that's a 26-point knockout punch in enemy territory, and now, they've got them on neutral ground. Yikes. Georgia Tech? They're 17-15. They squeaked past Virginia, 66-60, just to get here. And listen, I respect a team fighting for survival. but respect don't cover a 22.5 point spread. The main event, Cooper Flagg. You already know the name, Cooper Flagg, ACC Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, future no. One NBA draft pick. This kid ain't here to compete, he's here to make history. 19.4 points per game, 7.6 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1.5 steals, 1.3 blocks. And that's not just numbers, that's game-breaking production. First matchup? He didn't even go nuclear, just 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Duke still won by 26. You think Georgia Tech slows him down twice? Not a chance. The X Factor, Common Malawak. Duke's 7'2" freshman is a problem. He dropped 15 and 8 on Georgia Tech last time, and now, he's locked in. Last 2 games, 11.5 rebounds per game. That's dominance in the paint. Only issue? His offense disappeared. Just 6 points total in the last 2 games. That can't happen today, because Georgia Tech's front court ain't soft. Bey Ndongo and Duncan Powell just combined for 37 points and 13 rebounds against Virginia. Both were in double figures last time against Duke. If Malawak plays soft, Georgia Tech might make this closer than it should be. If this turns into a full-court track meet, the over cash is easy. And today's AI pick is over 143.5. Duke will run up the score. Georgia Tech will throw everything they have at the wall. And when the dust settles, buckets will be everywhere. That's game 2. We ain't done yet. Game 3, up next. Let's keep this train rolling.
Alright, listen up, that is one's personal. Iowa State. BYU. Big 12 quarterfinals. One team wants revenge. The other wants to prove the last win wasn't a fluke. Iowa State. They just dismantled Cincinnati 7-6, 56 shot 54% from the field. Owned the boards 41-23, locked Cincy down to 32% shooting. But 17 turnovers could have been a problem against a better team. Now they run into the Red-Hot Cougars. BYU's won 8 straight. They beat Iowa State in double OT just last week in the road. 12th in the country in offensive efficiency. Once in the Big 12 in FG percentage. Top 5 in the conference in turnover margin, scoring margin, and rebounding. X factors: Iowa State's Tamin Lipsy groin and Amp Keshon Gilbert muscle strain are game-time decisions. BYU is rested. Iowa State is not. Iowa State turns it over too much. BYU capitalizes on mistakes. The pick and today's A pick is BYU 2.5. BYU's fresh, hot, battle-tested. Already proved they can win this matchup. Iowa State throws punches, but BYU lands the knockout. That's game 3. One more to go. Let's finish strong.
Alright, listen up. Last game. Last shot. Marquette versus Xavier. Marquette's favored by 2.5. But this ain't just about a number, this is about 2 teams in survival mode. Let's talk Marquette. 22-9 record. Coming off a brutal 86-84 loss to St. John's. Shot 43.7% from the field but only 32.5% from 3. Left 10 free throws on the table. 12 of 22, 54.5% from the line. That's not championship basketball. Forced 11 turnovers. Grabbed 36 boards. Cameron Jones dropped 32 points in that loss. He played 44 minutes. The man did his part, his team didn't. Xavier? Different energy. 21-10 record. Beat Providence 76-68 last game. Shot 44.8% from the floor. 7 threes on 35%. 81% from the free throw line. That's how you close out games. Zach Fremantle? A force. 25 points, 8 rebounds, 11 of 16 from the field. That's a closer. X factors: Marquette's defense gives up 67.6 ppg, solid. But they just let St. John's put up 86. Red flag. Xavier's defense allows 70.3 ppg. More leaky, but their free throw shooting, 79.3%, makes them dangerous in tight games. Turnovers? Marquette protects the ball, 9.2 turnovers per game. Xavier turns it over more, 11.3 per game. Rebounding? Edge to Marquette. 34.3 per game versus Xavier's 33.6. The pick in today's AI pick is Marquette, 2.5. Marquette's got more firepower, cleaner ball control, and they know they let one slip against St. John's. They bounce back. Full recap of all 4 AI picks. Game 1, Oregon, 2.5, too much defense, too much momentum. Game 2, over 143.5, Duke vs. Georgia Tech, buckets. Buckets everywhere. Game 3, BYU plus 2.5, fresh legs, hot streak, and proven they can win this matchup. Game 4, Marquette, 2.5, too efficient, too disciplined. They take care of business. That's 4 games, 4 AI picks. If you liked what you saw, do one thing, like and subscribe. More games. More picks. More wins. We're just getting started.
Oh, the numbers don't lie, but the game ain't fair. The man in the shadow